Japan's foreign minister has made a surprising visit to Ukraine, meeting with President Volodymyr Zelensky on Sunday. Yoko Kamikawa says Tokyo is determined to keep supporting Ukraine, and he announced new deliveries of defence equipment.
Zelensky thanked Japan, calling the country a very important and strong partner. But he also stressed the significance of Europe's continued aid, speaking remotely at a conference in Sweden.
To create an arsenal for the defence of freedom, Europe needs joint weapons production, much larger scale production than now.
Russian President Vladimir Putin celebrated the Orthodox Christmas on Sunday, just a day after deadly missile strikes pounded an eastern Ukrainian town.
They're among the latest in a string of ramped-up attacks by Russia, as CNN's Fred Pleitgen reports.
As the new year begins, Russia's aerial assault on Ukraine continues. At least 11 civilians, including 5 children, killed by missile strikes around Pakrovsk in the east of the country, authorities say. The buildings they were in reduced to nothing more than rubble. 2 houses have been destroyed to the ground, this official says. 134 private houses and 15 apartment buildings have been damaged. Search operations are ongoing. Ukraine says Russia has stepped up attacks both on the ground and in the air in the past weeks, killing nearly 120 civilians and wounding almost 500 more since December 29th, according to the UN. The U.S. claims Russia has even used missiles procured from North Korea to attack Kharkiv in northeastern Ukraine. Moscow hasn't commented so far, and Ukrainian authorities investigating the wreckage say they haven't yet come to a final conclusion about the missile's origin. Most likely, this missile was either supplied by North Korea or was produced recently using blueprints and technology supplied by Russia to third countries or to North Korea, this official says. Russian President Vladimir Putin celebrating Orthodox Christmas as he escalates his assault against Ukraine, meeting with families of Russian soldiers killed on the battlefield and vowing to support the loved ones of all those he sends to the war zone. You know that many of our men, our courageous, heroic guys, Russian warriors, even now, on this holiday, defend the interests of our country with arms in hand, he says. I want to assure you, we will always have your back. But Kyiv says the Russian army is suffering catastrophic losses as it tries to push forward in several sectors along the front lines. Ukraine's ground force is releasing this video purporting to show Russian troops retreating after losing several tanks and armored vehicles in a failed assault. CNN cannot independently verify the date and location of the video. An angry Ukrainian president condemning Putin's renewed onslaught.
In the new year, Russia tried again to bring Ukraine to its knees with airstrikes, large-scale attacks, special combined attacks aimed at overloading our air defense and striking critical infrastructure.
And Russia's leadership shows no signs of backing off as Ukrainians gear up to defend their land in what could be another year of tough, protracted warfare. For Pleitgen, CNN, Kyiv.
Zanny, I've got a very brief time, but I want to quickly ask you about Zelensky and your interview. In your interview with Zelensky, he seemed very frustrated. Very quickly, is there a path for Ukraine to resist Russia? It does feel like the Russians are gaining ground.
Yeah, he was very frustrated. He said